don't know if you knew this, Mandalorian comes back midnight tomorrow night for those of us in Los Angeles. And one of the big burning questions is, as brought up by our hotline question is, are we finally going to find out who rescued Grogu? Check it out.
Hey, John, this is John from New York. I just wanted to know what your thoughts were. With The Mandalorian Season 3 coming up soon, what are the chances you think we'll get to see who saved Grogu from the Jedi Temple? Love to hear your thoughts. Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
All right, John from New York, thank you for calling. Double New York questions coming in here today. Thanks for calling that in. Okay, so Mandalorian comes back tomorrow night, midnight. I am stoked. I'm excited about it. Cannot wait. One of the big, I would dare say, the big question still hanging over Mandalorian narratively is who got Grogu out of the Jedi Temple? We had that flashback episode when he came across Ahsoka, where they found out that he was in the Jedi Temple when the purge happened. He was there when Anakin showed up to start killing everybody. And they have not answered that question yet. Kind of thought, a lot of us did, that when they got to the finale of season 2, that the reveal might happen there. That they might have revealed what in the finale of season 2, who rescued him and all that kind of stuff. They did not. I'm going to say, on the one hand, the trailers don't look like Grogu is really a central part of this story. I mean, obviously, Grogu's going to have a very prominent presence in it, but everything in the promos so far have been, this is about Mandalore. This whole thing is about retaking Mandalore, Din getting his Mandalorian status back in the eyes of the armorer and all this kind of stuff. That really looks like the central crux. But even with that being said, I do believe they're going to reveal this, because you can't drag that out too long. Although John Favreau did say he's already got season 4 written, so maybe he's thinking further down the line. That is a possibility. But I do think they're going to answer that question this year and this season. And who it could be, I don't know. But I know one person that it better not be, and they might. It better not be Anakin. It better not be Anakin. Because I've seen a lot of theories online, and I get why the theory is there. That maybe Anakin, there was still a little shred of his humanity still there, saw baby Grogu, felt bad, decide to take it to one of the clone troopers, like, take this one out and put it on some shuttle. I mean, I don't know, right? But they better not, and here's why. Because that would be retconning a basic tenet of all of Star Wars lore since the very first episode. That once Anakin turned on the Jedi, his humanity was gone, and the whole precipice of everything has been the only thing that could bring him back, even in a small way, was his own son. That's been the conceit of the whole lore of Star Wars ever since the beginning. That's it. Luke, and only Luke, could make Vader rediscover little vestiges of humanity in and of himself to bring him back. If they retcon that to give some stupid little idiotic novelty fan service moment of, oh, Anakin, if they do that, it will be one of the worst things that I think Star Wars has done in a long time. It won't ruin the show. Don't get me wrong. No hyperbole. It's not going to ruin the show. Now Mandalorian sucks if they do it. No, nothing like that. But I think as a momentary mistake, it would be a monumental retcon mistake for them to do that. The whole notion and principle that once he gave his soul over to Palpatine, he was gone until Luke made him rediscover it again. And if you go back and change that for what? For a momentary pop in a Disney Plus series, I'm going to be extremely again, it will not ruin my enjoyment of Mandalorian. It won't make me suddenly think John Favreau doesn't know what he's doing. Not at all. But I will be very disappointed. And I will think that would be a huge mistake on their part. Anyway, Rob, the base question here is, will they reveal this year who rescues Grogu out of the temple? And if you had to take a shot in the dark at who it might be, who do you think it could be?
Yes, they're going to reveal it. And I think it's Force Ghost Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Because he had to oversee. He was the person that brought Anakin into the fold. He was dispensed with, but his presence is there. We've seen him existing. And Anakin was going to slaughter. He was slaughtering younglings. You think he's going to stop when he sees baby Grogu? No, I think that Anakin, it wasn't Anakin. I think we're going to see that it was Force Ghost Qui-Gon rescuing, because Grogu was in touch with the living Force. His And I just think it would be cool, and like you said, I can't, if it's Anakin, it's a betrayal of the entire Star Wars mythos. And I just think that it's a good use of Qui-Gon. It makes sense because Grogu's supposedly 50 years old. So how old was he during the time of the Purge? Did Qui-Gon already know him? I just think it would be kind of interesting if it was the living force saving its own.
I mean, the other thing about the Anakin thing is little child, kill, little child, kill, little child. Oh, I feel the soft spot for this
You're
little
so
child.
cute.
Yeah.
You look like Yoda. You're fine.
You're fine.
Cute. Be cute.
Chris,
And
go
ahead.
Well, I was just saying, Chris, what do you think they're going to do here do you think they will finally reveal this season who got Grogu out? Or since John Favreau said he's already written season 4, do you think they might be saving that one till later? What do you think?
I feel like we'll learn about who saved him, and maybe we'll then in season 4 play with that idea of maybe we need to go talk to some more Jedi or figure out some more things, because maybe Grogu still is going to go on that quest. He's back with his adoptive dad, but maybe he hasn't totally given up on the Force, because that lovely binary option that Luke gave him is one of the problems with the Jedi, right? You can either do this or this. There's no in between whatsoever. So I think that maybe Grogu's going to be one of those little guys who can dabble with the Force and maybe find a nice happy medium. That's what I'm hoping, at least, so he doesn't die a horribly tragic death, and that's why we never hear about him ever again. As far as who it could be, there's a couple different options. There were the librarians of the temple, the Jedi Temple,
Yeah,
who
that
I
would be
think
great.
would be
I like
really
that
cool, right? Newer Gar, I think. And that would make sense because they also were working with Force-sensitive children. And I think that would be a really nice tie-in to Attack of the Clones and everything like that. You also have other Jedi that you could look to as well who had off-screen deaths, because just like Dave Filoni really likes a lot of them. You could have like Plo Koon do it, or even Mace Windu. I don't trust an off-screen death, as you guys know, so you could definitely have a moment, even though we saw things happen to them in Revenge of the Sith, maybe there's a little moment where one of them kind of chucks that little baby and yeets him away from Order 66. So anything's possible, really, but I do think we can look at a lot of the designs that Favreau and Filoni really enjoy and a lot of the characters they like, and maybe see if those guys are going to have a little second breath of life.
And are we overlooking an obvious option? Yoda?
Yeah.
Could Yoda
Absolutely
have
could
saved
be
baby
Yoda.
Yoda? I mean, that could
Totally.
be one. All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think? Do you think going into Mandalorian Season 3, which starts at midnight, Los Angeles time, tomorrow night, do you think we are going to find out this season who got Grogu out of the Jedi Temple? Or is that something they're going to try to milk a little bit more and drag into Season 4? Maybe yes, maybe no. If so, do you have a theory about who it could be at this point? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. If saving more and spending less is one of your top goals for 2023, why are you still paying insane amounts of money every month for your phone bill? Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know I made the switch over to Mint Mobile a while ago. The process couldn't have been easier, and I can't believe that I am spending less than a third of what I was spending on one of the other major carriers before. By going online only and eliminating the traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily in minutes with eSIM. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.